World. Welcome to my dressing room at Legally Blonde. I'm sure some of you may have heard, but if you haven't heard, Haylie Duff is hosting the MTV reality show to find my replacement to play Elle Woods on Broadway. And we're very excited. Big snap.
I, of course, am a big fan of Laura Bell's and was excited to get to work with her a little bit. And also, I'm a huge fan of the Legally Blonde movies and Elle Woods. And I just felt like it was like a cool experience to get to be around girls that were so talented and really excited about what they were doing, and also kind of give everybody a chance to see how hard it is to do this job and what she does in the show. I think it's going to be fun. I'm excited to get started.
I've been on the project since July of 2005, so it is kind of a bizarre thing to think about. Number one, I'm leaving, and there is someone else singing the part. So it's really weird to see people come in and sing 16 bars of the So Much Better, and and some people literally did my choreography from like the MTV taping, and you were like, you know that they had watched it. It was kind of like, oh my God, this is so bizarre. I like the fact that I'm sort of being able to observe and lend my input, because I'm really the only person that really knows everything you need to know to do it. I mean, I not completely. There are other people who've done the part, but you know what I mean. Doing this particular role, it's a lot. I mean, you never leave the stage. There's so much more to the character. There's an energy to her. There's a positivity and like a zest for life and enthusiasm for life and a little bit of naivete. But like, number one, she's very true to herself. She's outside the box. So like, the one thing that I'm going to be looking for in them is a general human spirit, as opposed to whether or not they can hold out. And no, the human spirit actually makes the person the better actor. And to me, this show is what you need here is an actor more than you need anything, because this person is like has to interact with everybody.
I'm what you want, Harvard. I'm the girl for you, and to prove it's true, we all flew here on JetBlue. Thank you.
Thank you.
One of the most unique things about the show is that the girls are genuinely supportive of each other, and it's so crazy to watch them all living in this house together, and you're expecting like cat fights and stealing people's clothes and things like that, and it hasn't become about that, which is kind of special. They all are supportive, and when one of them's like having a bad day or messed up at the audition, the other one says something to her and they help her out. It's not like, there's some cattiness obviously that happens, but for the most part they're like down for the count. And I think that's a big Elle Woods trait.
You want someone who's innately a little bit of Elle.
Yeah.
You know, so that's really refreshing to hear that they're supportive of one another.
Yeah, it's crazy. They walk into like the final auditions and performances and the elimination process even, like all holding hands together and stuff.
This is really much more of a look at actually an audition process. A little bit different. I mean, a lot of it is almost like a chorus line process where like you see 50 girls and now it's down to 25 and then it's down to half of that, you know. So that's why it's different, you know, because you're actually getting more of an intimate look of the process. And what is happening is the girls, instead of auditioning a few times, these girls are getting a chance to do it several times. They're getting a chance to work with the composer, with the lyricist, with the director, the assistant directors, and actually get a chance to like kind of play the role before they get judged, you know, or before they play the role. And it also gives the creative team an opportunity to really get to know these girls before they spend a lot of time with them on a personal level and as performers. So it's different. It's very different in that respect, I think. My advice to the girl playing the part is obviously, you know, all those things that you would say is like, you know, be present on stage and take care of yourself, you know, understand how your body works, your voice works, your mental state. Don't overdo it, but you have to find that natural balance of how much you can do and how much you can't do and how many interviews you can do and how much you can talk and how much you can party and all that kind of stuff. You know, you have to be able to balance that out because it's not easy to do this show. And you also have to be able to find bathroom breaks because you don't have a place to pee in the show. So, you know, figure that out. Not too many liquids. I'm going to leave behind any of my tricks that I have for the girl. On a level of dealing with the cast and the crew, we have an incredible cast and crew here. They're amazing, amazing people. And it's rare that you have a group of people that loves each other as much as this group of people love each other and how much fun we have. And the energy here is really, really positive. That's your responsibility, is to keep things calm and honest and, like, real. You know what I mean? Don't let it go to your head. Like, it's just how you impact people while you're doing what you do in your life. So that, I mean, my advice is to just, like, keep it real. I have a couple of things going on. I have a television deal with Warner Brothers, and I have a country music album. I may go out on tour this summer with a major act to be announced. And I also have a children's charity, Creative Kids, and I'm actually going to go out on the road with Paul Kanan, who's one of the hosts of this MTV thing, to teach Broadway workshops to kids all over the country. So there's a lot of things going on. I'm excited about being able to challenge myself in a new direction. And I'm going to miss the show. I'm also going to miss So Much Better. Yeah, it's the end of the first act. It's like my moment where I go into a zone and I get to, like, be devastated, and I also get to be elated and, like, completely have abandonment. I kind of don't feel like my stint with the show is completely over, so we'll see.
Thanks, Broadway World, for tuning in.
And go to MTV to check out Legally Blonde's The Search for Elle.